Hello and welcome to Taurus Tarot, and today I'll be doing a reading for Taurus, okay? So this is going to be for anybody who watches this who has, it's for everybody and anybody. Basically, if you have Taurus in your chart, welcome. If you don't, welcome as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out. And if you are a cross watcher, I welcome you with open arms, because heaven knows I was a cross watcher for many a video myself, so I get you and I got you. Now, I will mention the decks I use as I use them, and they will be in the description box below. And with that being said, let's get into the cards. So I pulled your first card from the Radleigh Valentine's Fairy Tarot deck, alright? And it was the star in the reverse. So now, at least this is going to be for this week, which is interesting because the star is Aquarius. I'm doing one for Taurus. Why did I think you were Aquarius? I don't know. So, with the Ace of Autumn, it flipped. I'm not going to take that actually. Well, if the Ace of Autumn comes back out, we'll know that it was meant to come out. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Tauruses, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Tauruses, please come forward and share. And you got the Seven of Spring. Seven of Spring. With the Seven of Summer at the bottom of the deck. As well as the Balance card trying to pop out. Interesting. Okay. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Tauruses, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone with the highest good who has a message for my Tauruses, please come forward and share what they should expect. The Eagle card, which is the Devil card in this deck, with the Queen of Autumn and the King of Spring and the Nine of Autumn at the bottom. Interesting. I'm just a little ticked off at myself at the moment because it's my graduation next week, my university grad, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to, and so I let it off, and then I was like, I'll make a decision later, and now I might have lost a chance to partake, and I'm like, oh shucks. And I was I'm worried that I might, like, in the future be sad because I didn't partake, but I took my picture. I took my grad picture, which is at least something. So, well, at least it's a lot of expenses. So, please, angels and guides. So that's where I'm at right now. Maybe you are in a crossroads thinking that you or someone you're dealing with might be in a crossroads feeling that they missed out on something. I don't know. So please, angels and alright. There we have it. And it is the Moon card pointing towards the left. With the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Two majors. Actually, I'm gonna write that down. Worried But it's in the future tense, so, I mean... Read, you might... You might regret not going. Not partaking. Taking in... because it might be different for everybody, right? Yep. Now, by the way, I use selenite on my decks to cleanse them and purify them between shuffles. Next, I will use the Brian Froud's Fairy Oracle. So, please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Tauruses, please come forward and share why the star is in the reverse here. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Tauruses, please come forward and share why the star is in the reverse here. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Tauruses. And you got the singer of the chalice. Followed by the guardian at the gate. As well as Mikkel a Muckle. No. Mike the Myomancer. Okay, so the second set is comprised of the 7 of Spring, the 7 of Summer, and the Balance card. Okay, so please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good, and the first card is Faf the Footer, pointing towards the left. Now, Fafi, at the bottom of the deck, you have Epona's Wild Daughter. Yeah, I'm reading it right. And the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. Yes. Very nice. Alright. Now, the third set, okay, is comprised of the Ego, the Queen of Autumn, the King of Spring, and the 9 of Autumn. So, please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Tauruses, please come forward and share why these cards are here. All in the upright. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good. Why is the let me say that again, the third set comprised of all these cards in the upright. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good. And you got Indy, as well as Los Gunas, as well as the Fairy Guide. And I'll add Lattice Moon's Daughter as well. And I'd say the Soul Shrinker too. Why not? Now, please, okay, so for the fourth set, you have the Moon and the High Priestess. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Tauruses, please come forward and share why these cards are here in the direction they're in. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Tauruses, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good. And you got a collective of pixies. Don't worry, it wasn't in the reverse. I pulled it that direction, then I swirled it. Anyway, the next card is Unity. Then you have the Maiden, as well as the Honesty. Honesty, the Death card, and Iris of the Rainbow. and the Green Woman. Yep. As well as the Singer of Transfiguration, followed by the Singer of Initiation. What? Yeah. That is awesome. Awesome sauce. Okay. So my gorgeous horses. First card out, the Star card in the reverse. The Star is Aquarian energy. Now in the reverse for this week, okay, because this reading generally spans for a week. Now for this week, I feel like your wish might not be coming true. You are looking at the immediate with realism. You're possibly getting bogged down in the to-dos, not on how to do things, not necessarily trying to have hope and faith. You are concentrating on the how to do things instead of concentrating on the possibilities of things, the possibility of what you could do, imagination wise, and due to the fact that you're concentrating on what you can do physically, I feel like things might not be as mutable, because the thing is change. The phrase is happy change that brings relief from challenging times. So seeing as you're too materially trying to make it happen, you're having difficulty actually making it happen. You know what I mean? Now, the cards clarifying that, alright, are the Singer of the Chalice, which talks of trust, joy, patience, creativity, hope, and miracles. Basically, if you want to create a miracle, have hope. Have hope and try to get, have hope and look to the future with hope and optimism. The power of change to move mountains, happy changes that bring reward, that bring relief from challenging times. Trust. Don't try to control and understand. Just trust. I'm actually doing a class right now, and one of the things that Chris Duncan is teaching us is learning the ability of innocence. That you don't need to know every single step, every single thing about it for it to work. If you trust your intuition, if you trust your angels, your guides, your ancestors and whatnot, they will lead you in the right direction. They will lead you through a gate, right? With the Guardian at the Gate card, this talks of passage to new life, openings, gatekeepings. Yes. It will definitely be a good thing. You will move up and possibly even out. Move up and out of something, as in you'll have matured, you'll have surpassed something. Next, you have Mike the Myomancer. Now, Mike talks of being able to read changes in your surroundings. In his specific case, it's about the changes in rodents. It could be the change in habit, it could be the change in behavior, it could be the change in their the color of their fur, the way their fur is it glossy, is it greasy, did they catch lice or something? I don't know, but just being able to notice small changes will allow you to Wait, so it says small clues, details, messages everywhere, and patience. You're being able to have patience because you see, the ace and the star in the reverse says that this week, what you wanted to happen will not happen. It's gonna happen possibly next week or further out in the future. But if you have patience and work towards it, it will definitely come to pass. Ugh. I have a very bizarre way of it. Like, I don't read like most readers. I read, but like I read the card and then I'll be like, you know what? It might not work out this week, but if you continue doing it if you continue working the same way, it'll definitely work out. That is how I read. Now, alright. Now, the second set, alright, you have the Seven of Spring, which is the Seven of Wands. In this deck, it says, be assertive, don't back down from what you believe, courageously stand up for yourself. So you made a choice. So your choice was not... Okay, so basically the way I see this, when I do a 4-card pull, okay, and so the first fourth of the week, which would be Monday to Tuesday, Monday to Tuesday, okay, is all about you realizing that things aren't happening quickly enough. The second part of the week, which would be Wednesday and Thursday, or which will be the next 2 days. So whenever you watch this, the first 2 days from whenever you watch this is about the star in the reverse. The second 2 days from after you watch, the third and fourth day after you watch this is all about the Seven of Spring in the upright. Now the Seven of Spring talks of be assertive, don't back down from what you believe, courageously stand up for yourself. So you have 3 cards here. So the first card is the Seven of Spring. Then the second one is the Seven of Cups, which is no more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from overanalyzing the options. So you're like, you assert yourself, and you're like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna protect myself. Once you decide that, you're not sure how to do it. So you were being called to make a choice, and that choice that you're going to make is basically gathering other people's input and coming up with the best solution for you. Right? Because that's what temperance is, which is a Sagittarian energy. It talks about merging viewpoints, being able to see things in order for you to figure out what's your best course of action. Alright, now the cards clarifying that are Faf the Footer pointing towards the left. Now cards pointing towards the left to me mean that they happen in the past, or they're happening super slowly. Now if this is happening super slowly, it's possibly because you haven't you're having difficulty being real, grounding, centering, and earthing yourself. If this happened in the past, it's because you had been real, you had you had earthed, you had grounded yourself, you had also centered yourself. Yeah. Now the next card is Epona's Wild Daughter. Now Epona's Wild Daughter talks of inner shadow, nightmare, depression, madness, and growth. So I feel like for those who haven't yet earth centered and grounded themselves, and who are not real yet, who aren't necessarily taking what is happening to them as fact, if I could say. Anyway, so I don't know why that word came out, but if that's you, alright, I feel like you are going to go, you're gonna, for those for whom this has not happened yet, for them grounding has not happened yet, they are going to be hard pressed because they will be forced to ground due to the fact that they have to do the inner shadow work. If they have not done that, they will be having nightmares, they will be depressed, they will go mad for a certain duration, but at the very end it talks of growth. So all that nastiness is going to lead to great things. Now, for those for whom this has happened already, you had to go through a growth. You had to go through a very difficult part, which was mostly you going within, doing the shadow work, which was going through depression, having nightmares, possibly even giving off the impression that you were mad, batshit crazy, right? In order for you to grow and learn your lesson, not necessarily your lesson, but to learn the lesson. But at the very end, alright, once all this is said and done, with the balance card, you will be able to tap into the fairy who was kissed by the pixie's energy. Now, the fairy who was kissed by the pixie, alright, is the happiest card in this deck. Okay, just like the sun is the happiest card in tarot, this card is the happiest card in this deck. So it's going to be very positive, and it's going to be great success for you. Yeah. Now, the next set, alright, starts with the Ego card, which is the Devil card in this deck. It says, the illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in fear or worry. And worry, not or, and. So possibly the third part of the week, which means the 5th and 6th day after you saw this reading, alright, what this is telling me is that you will get obsessed with something, and you might forget and I'm yawning, so that, to me, that means that I should have said something correct. Alright, so for the 5th and 6th day, okay, I feel like, what is happening is that you feel trapped in your ways. Feel trapped by you being, by your persona, by that which you show the rest of the world, which is that you're gracious, you're stylish, you're generous, and you're practical. So what I sense is that what you are doing, the way you portray yourself, all right, is how the way you portray yourself is kind of like causing you, well, it's got you in an obsession. It's got you in an obsession. The way you portray yourself to others has got you obsessed. Well, or you're obsessed. You're obsessed with the way you portray you portray yourself in front of people. Why? Because you're kind of theatrical in your method. Because the King of Spring is a very innovative, inspiring, wise, theatrical individual. All right. I'm reading the energy, not necessarily the sex in this card. It says a financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter of your cause. So you're obsessed with the way you portray yourself in order for you to get a windfall of money, as well as to allow people to see your leadership skills, and as well as to gain an unexpected supporter of your cause. Now, once all of that falls into place, I feel like you'll be able to tap into the 9 of Autumn energy. Now, the 9 of Autumn, alright, talks reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. Yay! Things are looking up for ya. It's great. Yes. I would say this is a happy singles card, but the happy singles card is would be the 9 of Summer in this deck. Right. And the cards clarifying that, alright, are Indie, which talks of indecision, wishy-washy, decision making, and commitment. Your commitment to your job. And in order for you to be more effective, I feel like you're going to need to go within, find your sunken treasure, and have an adventure in yourself. Right? Within yourself. In order for you to see the things that make you, you. And all those little quirks and quarks that make you amazing. Quirks and quarks that make you amazing. Because this is a fairy guide. And the fairy guide to me is the card of use your intuition. What's coming to mind, right? That's what I think. Then you have Lattice Moon's Daughter. Now, Lattice Moon's Daughter, alright, talks of light, cast, and shadow, spiritual guidance, illumination, and riddles. So I was talking about, what was that saying? What was that saying? I can't. Already out. Okay, so it's finding the treasures within in order for you. So you make a decision about the gifts that you have within you, and how you're gonna showcase them. Right, which will be, it's kind of like a riddle, right? Because you're going within and you're figuring out all these things, and it will be a riddle. You won't necessarily get it on the 5th day of the week, the 5th day after you watch this. You will possibly get that a little later. That makes sense. Until you kind of make sense of that riddle. But then, once you make sense of it, you will see how it's a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise, because it gave you a little difficulty and you're like, I hate it, I can't stand this. And then you're like, light bulb moment. And you're like, oh, that's what that meant. Okay. Now I get it. Alright, now I'm good. Now I'm good. And once you have that understanding, alright, you'll be able to tap into more of your powerful intuitive epiphanies. Now this card is pointing towards the left, which to me means that it happened in the past, or it's happening super slowly. So seeing as this is happening on the 7th day after you watch this, okay? Yep. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. 7th day after you watch this, I feel like the riddle is gonna take a little bit of time and effort to like understand. Now the next card, okay, is the High Priestess. Now the High Priestess talks of trusting your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. Didn't I just say that the riddle is gonna be understood on the 7th day after you watch this? Yeah. High Priestess talks of intuition. So it is only when you tap into your intuition that you will figure out what this riddle means. Okay? And the cards clarifying that are a collective of pixies, which talks of duty, willingness, joyful participation, and virtue. So I feel like oh my. Okay. What I feel like that riddle that is gonna come to light, okay, on the 7th day is gonna be in regards to your duty. Yes. In regards to a union, a mystical experience, or a spiritual home. It's more intuitive than anything else. You'll just understand something. Then you have the Maiden. Now the Maiden, alright, talks of auspicious beginning, birth, hope, growth, and joy. I also wrote blank slate on this card. Why? Because this is like the Fool's energy, but it is one step before the Fool. It's like a baby fool. A baby fool. I don't know why I got a image of a baby walrus. I just saw a baby walrus. I mean, just any baby, but for some reason I saw a baby walrus. Or no, wait, it was an otter, baby otter. I saw a baby otter. Yeah, I've never seen a baby walrus. It was a baby otter. They are so cute. I'll write that down, baby otter. Yeah. Okay, so first, like I said, I saw a baby otter. Next you have honesty. Now honesty talks of honesty, compassion, tact, and self-deceit. What is the relation with seeing a baby otter? Well, I mean, look at his eyes. Reminds me of a baby otter. But well, babies, because I read the Maiden card. Babies are like pure potential, right? It's just joy, love, pure potential, and all of the above, right? So maybe it's a new beginning. It's a new process that riddle is going to let you in on, and that's why you have to be honest with yourself about how you see yourself managing this. If I can say that. how it will come to, how you will do it. And in order for you to, you know, allow this new beginning to commence, okay, commence, which is French. Commence is French. Comes from the French word commencer. Well, on commence. We start. That's the verb. So commence. Let the games commence or begin or whatever. Maybe I should write that down too. Commence. Commence. Okay. No. Okay. I feel like something else has to like pass away in order for that to occur, right? And once that thing keels over, you will have hope and promise for the future with Iris of the Rainbow. Yeah, keels over. Aha. Why? Because you have the Green Woman. Now the Green Woman talks of natural magic, expected gratitude, wildness, and untamable creativity. So once that thing ends and moves on, okay, you will be able to tap into this energy, which is creative, which is basically you being able to create whatever you want, whenever you want, and whatnot. Okay. Next, you have the Singer of Transfiguration. Now, the Singer of Transfiguration talks of transformation, transcendence, and metamorphosis. Now, what that means, alright, is that the Green Woman, you have the untamable creativity. And so, maybe your creativity was more tamed before. So now, by completely shifting stuff within your reality, you will completely be able to let loose, right, and transform and begin to elevate your creativity. And that's when you'll be able to tap into the Singer of Initiation's energy. Now, the Singer of Initiation talks of passage through trial, triumph, new level. So all that shifting, all that changing, and all that transformation is going to be to your benefit. Okay? Now, my gorgeous Tauruses, that is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my prize. Now, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous Tauruses, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye!